And we are live on Facebook. Sweet. Oh, shoot, I thought I added a title. All right, what's going on, everybody? We are live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Trying to get everything set up here. We're gonna make some cold calls. See, there we go. All good. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Trying to get the camera set up. Oh Lord. There we go. All right, sweet. Okay. We're just gonna add some notes to that last call. I don't want to sell. I want to sell. That guy just did not. This guy just did not want to sell, and that's okay. Still gonna hit him up with follow up. All right, let's see here. Add task. So I'm gonna be cold calling, but then there's gonna be some. It's not just like turn and burn. I don't have a dialer going. I mean, obviously I do, but after you get done with the call, I just got done with a 5-minute call. I got to add the notes to the system, make sure I'm setting the follow up dates correctly. There's just a lot to do, so it's not like a turn and burn, turn and burn, turn and burn. There's actually some like thought process behind it, and you have to underwrite the deal because we're buying real estate. So right, we're calling on real estate, so you have to underwrite it, find it, underwrite it, make sure, see if it makes sense, see if there's a deal there. If there's not a deal there, set the follow up date. Just kind of moving along in the CRM in the system. So that's what I'm doing now. So that's why I'm not actively. I'm not on the phone right now, but my picture here is fine. Cool. All right, I'm gonna minimize that actually. Okay, follow up. Make a call. Call back. Was not interested in receiving an offer. That's a nice part. It pissed me off. Kind of wanted it, but that's part of the game, dude. It's a numbers game. Anybody that tells you differently has never done this. Okay. All right. Change the status of the leads. Put them in contact. All right. Continue the follow-up. Sweet. All right. Okay. If you hear any background noise, that is because my girlfriend and son are in the room next door.
Can you reach family? Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hey, good afternoon. Good morning. Sorry. This is Spencer Davidson with X Acquisitions, just touching base here. We spoke roughly a couple months ago about Midway Manor RV Park.
Yes, but we're not selling it right now. We've had deaths in the family and all, and so we just got to be on hold, okay?
Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry to hear that. I could definitely try back at another time.
But anyway, maybe one of these days. We're just not for sure right now.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand you have a lot going on, so I appreciate you taking the call, and we'll touch base here down the road. Jesus. Like I've never talked to anybody before. That was a bad opening call. Oopsie. See, I fuck up still. Dude, I've been doing this for 10 years and I still fuck up. some family, give them a call. That's a good one too. Now, if any of you guys snake my deals because I'm just being transparent with you, it's gonna kind of piss me off. But like, you know, if I find that out, then I'll just block you from the sites that we're on here from watching my stuff. Okay. Mm, okay. Uh, follow up. So now on that one, I'm just setting the follow up date. Call them back here a couple weeks. That's a good part too. I want that one. That's probably something we'd buy ourselves. Um, all right, on to the next one. There's just a lot of steps in the CRM. Like, okay, you got to after you're done with the call, you got to move it to the from no contact to contact to the appropriate status. Like this certain pillar. Um, and then okay, missed call. Okay, I missed call from somebody. And then you just got to adjust it accordingly. You got to put the right notes in. You got to put the right follow up dates in. So like after you're done talking to somebody, you need to take the time to make sure you do that correctly because if you set the wrong follow up date, you could miss out on the deal. Put the right notes in the system. Next time you call them, you won't even know how to pick up from the previous conversation. So she mentioned she had deaths in the family, so obviously I'm going to talk about that. On the next call, it's like, hey, I know you last time you mentioned you just had a lot going on with the family. Is this a better time to talk? And that's how, that's how you want to go about it. I mean, otherwise, if you don't take the time to do that, like you see a lot of sales guys that just turn and burn, turn and burn, turn and burn, which is obviously a good thing. You want to make a lot of output, a lot of outbound, but like again, I think my average assignment fee is close to $100,000. So every single person I talk to could be $100,000 for the company, and so I really want to make sure I'm taking the accurate amount of time to take care of that person within my CRM, within my lead system, right? So, yeah, that's why I'm not just sitting here just turning and burning. Now I'm trying to get as many calls in as I can, obviously, but there's just I have multiple monitors. It takes a couple seconds in between each call to digest after the conversation, and if they don't answer, then yeah, I definitely turn and burn. But if they have a conversation, I want to make sure I'm putting the right info in there. All right, let's see. I've talked to this guy. See, we just updated our system. So I had an old CRM and we updated this awesome kick-ass CRM. But like I've talked to some of these people before, but I don't have like notes from my old CRM. So I have to like look at the old. Okay, this one.
At the tone, please leave a message for 1.
Answer next.
Please leave a message for 1.
Okay. Looks like it's all so. Where's the no contact made? All right, let's see here. No answer. Move them along. Right. Okay. On to the next one. I don't know about all that. I guess we'll call them, see what they got going on. Doesn't really look like a big park. That's why I'm kind of hesitant, but might be a waste of time, but whatever. When in doubt, just make them die. Yeah, we just moved into this new house, so that's going to continuously ring. Yeah, we just moved into my new house, so all this behind me is stuff I still have to move into the house and move it out of the garage, and then I'm going to set up my studio in here, office studio. So hopefully that makes things a little bit better. But it is what it is for now. We're just going to deal with it. Stupid. All right. Ah. All right. Uh, no answer. All right. All right, let's see. Oh God, that looks nasty.
To an automated voice messaging system
Okay.
is not available. At the
Going on, my CRM is spazzing right now.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please.
Why it's doing that?
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Dang, my CRM is really being acting up right now. I don't know why it's glitching like crazy. It's annoying. It won't let me click on anything. It's just like freezing up. Okay. All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. You know, the reason I'm doing this is try to provide as much value as I possibly can, and just help other people get over the fear of cold calling. I mean, I think so many people are unfortunately so fearful of cold calling. So if I can put myself out there, I've been doing this for 10 years, but if I can put myself out there and you guys can watch, listen, learn, see how
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
I
voice
still make
messaging
mistakes.
system. Amanda Roston is not available.
Jesus. Like, the stuff that you deal with every day. Like, I mean, you're seeing me right now. I'm having CRM issues. For some reason, my CRM is just wanting to act up. So like, I can't click on anything. Just a typical day in the life of somebody that is, working in business, working in entrepreneurship. No contact. No contact. All right. Notes. Holy smokes. No answer, all three. Give a call back later today. Yeah, so I have two monitors when I'm calling. I have my CRM open, and then I have I have Reonomy or Google up, and so I can look at the property as well when I'm calling, so I kind of get an idea of who I'm calling. Um, just so I can. Yeah, essentially, I just want to do this kind of stuff more so I can help you guys get to where you're trying to go with your. If you're a real estate agent, this is great, very helpful. If you are wanting to get in the assignment business, the wholesaling business, just anything, even just cold calling and sales in general, this should provide somewhat value. And the most important thing you can do in this business is be consistent. I mean, I know there's a lot of quote unquote gurus out there, but I don't know a lot of people that are putting themselves out there live like this. And they tell you that they are expert in sales, but they've actually never sold anything. So, okay. And the reason it's taking some time in between calls here is I've just talked to a lot of these people already. So some of them are just got to, since we got a new system, I kind of got to work through that a little bit, but let's see. I'm trying to find this latest phone number. I have it in my phone. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, we are not available now. Please leave your name and.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Answer call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to
This is Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. My name's Spencer Davidson. I was just touching base. Are you by chance the owner of the mobile home park here in Torpy Road in Fort Pierce?
I am not, but
Oh,
the owner is here, but not here per se. I can take a message for you.
okay, sure. Sorry about that. I don't know how I got your number here, but it just kind of popped up when I looked up the address. My name's Spencer. If you would mind taking a note. I own a few mobile home parks in Orlando and the Tampa areas, and we're actively looking to purchase another park this year. And I just I was in Fort Pierce the other day looking at some stuff, and I came across this park, and I was just curious if the owner would be open to the idea of receiving an offer.
Okay. Are you with a realtor?
No, no, ma'am. I basically handle. I'm an owner. I handle all the acquisitions direct to seller, so I don't really work with brokers or agents or anything. Cell phone is 850-319-2300. That is my direct cell phone number. And then this number I called you off of is my office line, so either one's fine.
850-319-2300.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll give them the message.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think she was a realtor. That's why she was asking. Yeah. Not the. Let's see. Hang on, this might be an interesting cat. This guy, I think it's the right park. He was an asshole, but I don't want to call him. He's an asshole. Yeah, he's an asshole. He was giving me the runaround on how this was the best park in the history of parks the last time I talked to him. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to call that. Let's see here. Now I'm gonna get my sales team on. All right, one of my salespeople might hop on here as well. We might dial together. That's kind of what we do. We just dial out together. So, and then I can kind of coach them through it. Let's see. Right. Let's see here. Add. I'm gonna invite. Sage. All right, let's try and get this guy going. All right, so I just invited my. Let's see. Right. Right. Let's see. Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, dude.
What's happening?
Nothing,
Good to
man. How
see
you
you.
been? How you
Good,
been?
dude. Good. How about you?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, I was feeling a little crappy yesterday. I got a little cold or whatever. So, and then we were supposed to call that guy, but I was like, I was just dragging through the calls. I said, I kind of want to be up for that call, but
Yeah.
feeling
No,
good.
all good, man. All good. Yeah, dude. So I'm just kind of like I'm just calling some new stuff here. So or stuff people that I haven't gotten into contact with, and then we can definitely do that Tampa call here in a little bit. I probably won't do that one, in front of everybody on social media. But yeah, dude, you're on candid camera, so we got this streaming to YouTube, and then I've got the Facebook group going. So could just be some valuable training for people.
All right. So this is gonna go live on your Facebook. I'm part
Oh
of it.
we're live right now. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sick, sick. All right.
Yeah,
Sick.
dude.
Cool.
It's good, man. It's for, I'm trying to just provide as much value out into the marketplace as I can, as far as, prospecting, dialing, cold calling. I mean, whether they're, real estate agents or whether they're trying to buy mobile home parks or real estate, whatever, it's pretty much applicable to any of those things. So I'm just trying to share it with many people as possible, try to, show my vulnerabilities on, while I'm dialing, because, nobody's perfect. And kind of like how I've been training you as well. So I figure this would be a good way for you to just, dial with me, and then, we'll kind of do what we did last time. We'll try to mute our stuff, and we can hop on and, ask each other questions and things like that. But yeah, man, I'm just gonna keep dialing, and you dial, and if you hear one of us pick up, then we'll just mute the other one and go from there.
Yeah, man. Let's have a good day. The will and the skill. Let's go get them.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a lot of third. Actually, no, you know what? I found the batch that I had logged wrong. So these are going to be all new. So I'm
Okay.
excited. The new numbers I
Sweet.
haven't called. So sweet,
Yeah,
man.
sweet. And I have Maria working on a new list as well. She should have that done here in the next couple of days for you. So you're gonna have a bunch of new leads. And then my goal of this week is to get you onto the CRM that I'm using, which I'm not going to publicly talk about because I don't want people to, it's proprietary. But I'm going to get you all converted all over to that.
Good. And then we can look at the same lead, right?
Yeah, not only the same lead, but we can see the workflow of it. And then, obviously you'll still have your own leads. I'll have my own leads, but as like the manager of the CRM, I can see everything you've got going on. It does call recording. I can listen. I can, and then it's kind of like a one-stop shop to what we're doing. So it's all, you can just keep it all internal, which is great. So, it's gonna be pretty
Yeah.
sick. I'm excited
It
about
looked, dude, it looked dope. And I'm excited too now. If I get something that I need help with,
Yeah, you
I
should
don't have
dive
to
in.
email you. I don't have to email you my screenshot or whatever.
Right,
Just tag it and then we'll go there. So sweet.
right.
All right, man. Let's
Cool,
just
dude.
get after it.
Sounds good, dude. Let's see.
Mobile home park, this is Barbara.
Hey, Barbara. Just curious, are you by chance the owner of the mobile home park here on US Highway
I
19?
am not, I'm the manager.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great. Well, no, I appreciate you, picking up. I was just touching base. I own a few parks in the Tampa, Orlando markets, and I'm actively looking in this kind of area, the Largo, Palm Harbor, Clearwater area. And I was just, kind of seeing if there are any parks that you might know that might be available on the market or off market. Sellers might be interested in selling it all, or kind of what your thoughts
No,
were.
not to my knowledge.
Okay. I understand. I just wasn't sure because sometimes I know y'all might talk to one another about,
Right.
about.
I don't know if anything for sale.
Okay. Well, if you do come across anything, we're in a position right now. We have some liquidity to take, to kind of knock down a park here. So, feel free to say my number. I'd appreciate if you pass that info along if anybody is interested. And, we'd be more than happy to pay a referral fee or anything like that too for you. So,
Sure, no problem.
thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Property manager. Okay. Yeah, this one's a big park, so I assume it's gonna be a little harder getting to who I need to get to. Let's see. Mobile. All right, let's try this here.
Please leave your name.
I'm gonna leave that guy a voicemail on the next call.
Does that new system have voicemail drops, or do you?
Yeah, I can do straight to voicemail drops. Yeah, voicemail drop. I can do it all, dude. It's pretty gnarly.
Nice, nice. Because
Yeah, so
I left like
yeah,
50 voicemails yesterday. So and my throat was rocking, but I have voicemail drops. I'm like, thank God, because I wouldn't be able to. I would have been able to do like 15, but my voice would have
right.
died.
I get it. Yeah, that guy seemed a little bit older, so I'm like, okay, I bet he would listen to a voicemail. And give me a call back, anyways. Let's see. Move. Okay, I think it's time to skip 4. Let's see.
Please leave your message.
Let's see. Oh, I talked to our guy yesterday in Pensacola. I have a meeting with him Monday, so he's got a package for me and everything. And so I'm actually going to bring the end buyer out there as well, just so I can get a yes or no, like right there. So hopefully he likes it and we can just get that deal done.
Oh, that's the coffee guy. That's coffee. So you'll
Yes.
Oh, nice, nice. That'd be great, man. That'd be great.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring the contract with me and hopefully we can knock that one down.
Yeah, and the that guy Mirror Lake emailed me back. I think we sent him something at 825.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, we were thinking 1.4. I'm like, how do you get that? Like, how do you get that?
Yeah. How help me understand yeah, how you come up with that number.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
sent him 8.25. I get it. Somebody sees 8.25. I mean, I was expecting he might say 9.5. He said
Yeah.
1.4. And he's like, I'm in Malta till February 12th. I'm like, okay, you're really in the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
you're in Italy for a month, then yeah. But
Yeah.
okay. So that
That
one,
you, he needs that 1.4 to pay for that trip, I guess.
yeah. So on those, I mean, I'll just put him on, I don't know, like in a drip, like talk to him in
Yep.
8 months.
Yeah, I would call him back in a couple months, just see if anything's changed. I mean, I would definitely have the harsh conversation of like, I can't see how you're getting that number. I think what we offered is a very fair offer for what you have, and obviously it doesn't sound like you want to sell right now, and kind of give him that extra, like, you know, like, hey, dude, like, are you sure you don't want to come down? Like, we are a legitimate buyer. If not, no big deal. We'll just move on to another park. But then, yeah, throw them into like a 3 month drip and just follow up in 3 months and be like, hey, dude, circling back around here, we still have the liquidity to put something, to buy us a park here. Is that something you want to do? Are you open to revisiting our offer? So yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't go 8 months. I would go like, a couple, no more than three.
Okay. All right. So I'll do like a 60. Yeah, I guess I'm waiting too long. I'll do like a 60-day or a 90-day and
Yeah,
then get back
yeah.
in. Shit.
'Cause you never like he's in Italy right now. He's feeling good. He's probably had plenty of wine. Like he's cocky. He's arrogant. He comes back home and a septic tank busts or something. He's like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this shit anymore.
Yeah,
you
good
know.
point. Good point. Right. He's on top of the world right now. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's just how these things happen. It's like just in the snap of a finger, a life situation can change, and then it's like, oh shit, I don't want to do this anymore. And so that's why we want to try and stay on top of them fairly regularly, so they know, like, oh hey, John Carlo had that offer. He's the one that keeps touching base with me. I'm going to call him first, and let's see if we can get a deal done.
all right.
And then he might be more receptive.
Nice, nice. All right, I'll tag him in the pipeline, and I'll give him a tickle when he gets back from Malta, and hopefully
Yeah,
get his
let
Filipasta and
reality watch all his tenants be gone or something like.
yeah, I was like, oh man, 1.4, but okay, yeah, such is the business. So we'll just keep going.
Right. Let's see here. I think that's so funny. We have a VA that calls for us as well, and he sent me a deal sheet on a park, and he put the notes in. It says she is selling, but says we cannot afford it, and hung up.
Right.
Like,
So you're not selling. I mean,
what do you mean? Like, you said, So I'm gonna call this lady and see what's up.
all right, yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah, she's like, what do you mean we can't afford it? Like, what give like how you don't know who we are?
So on this one, so sometimes when I anticipate it's that they're gonna hang up, I speak a little quicker or I jab a little harder, meaning like I get right to the point. Hey, listen, we're serious buyers or something like that. Is that will you change your cadence a little bit?
Yeah, if they sound like they're gonna hang up on you, I mean, yeah, cadence probably, tonality, just like, I don't want to come off like as an act of desperation, but I also want to make sure, like, I can ask, like, I want to make sure I ask a question that gets them to open up, because clearly they're closed off. So, let's see, a good question might be like, if they're like, no, I'm not interested. And I usually am just like, so if we gave you an outrageous number for your park, you wouldn't sell it, or is there a number that's advantageous for you to sell? And see if they say, and if they say no again, I'd be like, okay, so it sounds like you don't mind managing and operating the park, because a lot of times you got to find their pain points, and their pain points going to be, either operations or management, right? Because a lot of these people are mom and pops. They don't, or they're in a situation, maybe they just are in a situation where they have, health issues. Like, you got to find that right pain point. And so the more questions you can ask, um, about the park or about themselves, the more they might be able to open up. And so again, we got to put on our ball cap of like, hey, they're being called every single day by a bunch of different people. So how can we separate ourselves? And the separation can be one, we're American callers. I hate to say that, but it's, they get a lot of VA calls. And so, like, if we can just be like, maybe back off a little bit and not speed up the punch, but just like, hey, So there isn't a number that would be advantageous for you to sell, or a number that you would consider. The only reason I ask that is because we have the liquidity right now where we have to do something. And so that's why and then I always go into like, I don't want to have to call you. There's just not a lot on the market. This is just a last resort option for us. And so I usually kind of slow it down instead of speed up.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's all touch and finesse, right? Like I've been doing this a long time, so it's kind of like a feel thing. Now, if the guy's like, yeah, I don't, no, 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 and then he's about to click, then yeah, I might just straight up be like, if he's got like a 6 unit park, or if it's a 15, 20 unit park, I might, oh, so you wouldn't take $2 million right now for it? And he might pause and be like, well, that's a difference. I'd be like, look, I'm not saying I'm going to offer you 2 million. I'm just asking if there is a number, and then you can revert back to like getting the conversation open. Right. So usually it's just questions. And I can come up with some rebuttal stuff that I use and send it to you, so you can like kind of work off of, and then we can kind of role play that a little bit sometimes. And I apologize for not being as available. It's just I've been moving and all this stuff, but like I want to try and start doing that more, where we like go through some of those scenarios where it's like, click, 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 and it's like, oh wait, what do you say? How can you rebuttal that? But yeah, dude. So that's kind of the route I would go with it.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm excited to because sometimes like in my notes I know like this guy hung up and I'll try him like 2 months later. So I switch it a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with a different cadence or a different lead in, or I'll get right to the point. And sometimes it works. I usually get a better result than the first time. But I did it 2 days ago, and I must have, I don't know, I wrote in my notes something, but I must have not did that. Like I call it like script two. I must have went into script two, and the guy's like, "You said that the last time." I said, "Well, I know, but I really didn't get to explain myself." He's like, "We're not selling." I said, "All right, whatever."
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
I
had him.
mean,
I had him longer. I had him for like
yeah.
45 seconds rather than 10. So
Yeah, I mean, and some people just aren't selling. They're just not sellers, dude. Like we're unfortunately we're cold calling. Like this is as cold call as it gets. It's not like we have leads coming in that we're cold calling, So it's just it's they're not filling out a flyer that says, hey, like I might be interested in selling. It's like we're literally cold calling them. So yeah, I mean, I had a call today. I kept him on the phone, but I probably asked him 5 or 6 questions, and he said no every single time. No, not interested. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. And then I was like, okay, so you like managing the park? He's like, yeah, I do. And I'm like, okay, well, this guy's not going to sell to me right now, so I'll just put him in a drip and follow up. Like sometimes it's just that's the case in the
okay.
scenario. So, um, but yeah, no. As far as going into the initial call, I mean, I really just have my introduction, like who am I, and then and like why am I calling? And so for you, it's like, hey, my name is Giancarlo. We actually own a few parks in the Orlando Tampa markets, and we're actively looking to buy another park this year. And we came across your park here in Hudson, and I was curious if you might be open to receiving an offer, or if you've thought about selling at all lately. Kind of what your thoughts were, and then let them spill. No, 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 I'm good. No, I totally understand. So there's not a number, or there's not an advantageous price that you would consider selling. No, no, no. Okay, so it sounds like you actually do like operating the park then and managing the park yourself. Yeah, yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, that guy's not probably gonna sell. But if you can just hit that introduction, let them know what we're about, and then let them know like, hey, there's a price point where we have the liquidity to do something, and like let them know like, hey, I don't want to call you, but it's just unfortunately there's not a lot on the market right now. So I'm just curious if you would consider receiving an offer, and then just base it on that. Literally after you say that, let them speak, and go from there. So that's kind of how I go about it, anyways. So like I have my introduction, and then based on that introduction on how they respond to it, I'm going to go to price immediately. So if they say, yeah, I'd be interested in receiving an offer. Okay, what do you have a price in mind that you consider? Oh, well, you called me. No, I totally understand. It's hard for me to gauge price without knowing a little bit more about the park. And then I go into the qualifying questions like how many units, what, are they park owned or tenant owned, what the rent roll, roughly what are they averaging in rent, and then, utilities, and then public city, whatever. And if they're willing to answer those questions, it usually means they've thought about selling, or they're interested. If they say, no, I don't really want to give out that information. Hey, I totally understand. I'm a stranger. I just randomly called you. But, in order for us to make an offer, we would need some of this information. And then, yeah, finally I go to terms like, okay, great. So you want $1 million for this park? Okay. Do you want to be cashed out fully, or would you consider holding some, or do you want to avoid capital gains? and carry some paper and have that monthly income coming in. What would you prefer? Because we can do either or, right? And that's kind of how I go through that whole. That's just my whole script. It's really just 3 or 4 pieces, and then I just work off of it. So it's really not too extensive. So I would just try and ask the question, pause, let them talk. Engage their interest level on how much they talk. If there's no talking at all, then kind of hit some pain points of, hey, if there's a price, or hey, do you like to manage the park, or what's blah 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 blah. You kind of hit them with that stuff.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, and I never really bring up that managing the park, but it's operation is the hardest thing, so I should reference
Yeah, just
them.
hitting that pain point of like, well, no, I can't stand my tenants. Okay, well, you can't stand your tenant, or no, my brother, who's my handyman, just died. Shit like that happens. And you're like, okay, this guy's gonna sell. This guy's gonna sell. Now, how do we get in front of him to where we can make it so he sells, if that makes sense? And that's kind of the game we got to play with it. So just going a little bit deeper, letting them with some of those questions, and then letting them kind of open up and talk about it is what we want to do.
Mint. Mint. Perfect. All right.
So, all right, I'm gonna call this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and call this guy. I wonder if I can do this. So let's see here. I think I can call from here as well. I'll be on Zoom at the same time because I'm using my phone for Zoom right now. So I don't know how this works. All right. It might kick me out of here. So if it does, I'll hop back on. But you couldn't hear any of that, could you?
No, I was like, it's going good, I thought, and I couldn't hear it, so I didn't know. I just
Yeah, so it put my mic on hold for the Zoom as I called from my cell phone. But she said she wanted a.
what was that? It cut out.
Okay. Oh, there we go. My mic was muted. There we go. Okay, you can hear me now.
Yep.
Yeah. So she said she wanted a 500 million.
No, she didn't.
Yeah. She said she wanted a 500 million for it. It's 50 pads.
Half a bit. Okay, yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
I'm like, okay. Well, let me send my I'll give you my wiring information, and we'll send it over.
Yeah, I'll call my Uncle Warren Buffett and see if he can
Yeah,
find
yeah,
it.
yeah. See if he's interested. That's fucking hilarious. But nice. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna be crazy, right? I mean, say something nutty, so at least it's like, all right, we're not even in reality right
Yeah,
now. But
yeah, it's better than being like unrealistic, but then also kind of like you're actively serious about selling. She just doesn't want to fucking. She's just passed
yeah,
down from generation to generation to generation. Her sons are getting ready to take it over. I'm like, well, that makes sense. Like
right.
that's
If you're gonna
fine.
be passive aggressive, just do it that way and tell me a
Yeah,
half a
yeah, at least.
billion, and then I'll be like, okay, when I hit the lotto, I'll come right over.
Yeah, yeah, right. When I
It's awesome.
that was funny because it's like a campground. I was like, you know what? I might even stay there someday. So I look forward to seeing what a $500 million park looks like.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see if there's gold coming out of the river.
Yeah. Yeah, right, right. The faucet. Oh shit, dude. That's funny. Let's see here. So we'll go back to our CRM here. Keep dialing away. All right.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet.
Set up your damn voice. All right.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the has been forwarded to an automatic.
Next one.
The party you have called, extension 3439, cannot be reached. You may leave a message.
Let's see.
The number you dialed is not a working number. Please
Oh,
check
that's
the
good.
number and dial again.
Love that. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Hi there. Is this by chance
Yeah, hi.
Hi there. My name is Spencer with X Acquisitions. I was just touching base here. Are you by chance the owner of the mobile home park here on County Road in Wildwood?
Yeah, yeah, that's not for sale.
No, okay. Totally understand. That's why I just kind of wanted to touch base here. We own a few parks in the Tampa, Orlando markets. And so we'd like to buy a park this year, but unfortunately not a lot on the market. So I have to resort to this calling directly to owners.
Okay, well, it's, we're on a lake,
Mhm.
and I'm not looking to sell the park unless I sold everything, and I've got like 50 units in this area. But it's all not parks. Some of them are houses, some are double wide, some are single wide. I got duplexes. I got a little of everything.
Oh, wow.
But you know, I'm not really interested in selling because I'm 75, but I'm a young 75. But maybe in 5 years.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
No, yeah. If you're comfortable managing the park and you're good with the, good there. Absolutely. Sounds like you got a nice portfolio here. Unfortunately we're mainly mobile home park, just buyers, but I don't know. You never know. We might change our mind and look into something like that. And we could definitely give you a call if that were the case.
Yeah. Okay. And like I said, I'm not really interested. I can't make more money by going into the stock market. I don't trust the stock market. So
Right there with you. That the returns are minimal, if any. If you take out the big seven, it's actually the S&P is actually a loser. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
The real estate's
and they're way overbought. I mean, they're overbought. They're overbought like so much that it's like 40 times earnings. That's not
right.
I'd love to sell my park for 40 times earnings.
Right. Yeah. I know. I get it. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're the same way. We're real estate guys. We love them, especially mobile home parks. Just primarily, we think it's a great asset class right now, especially in Florida. So, we're just trying to add on to our portfolio. So if there ever were a number where it would be advantageous, I mean, I'd be more than happy to have that conversation. But like you mentioned, maybe not right now. But we'll keep in touch here and yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate it anyways. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye. Right. So I don't know if you're able to hear and listen, see how I was able to kind of keep it going there. A little bit, he kind of started to speed up and was like, not interested, not interested, not interested. And then it was like, okay, how I can kind of open him up, start talking about the stock market. So I started, kind of went into that a little bit. Again, the guy just doesn't want to sell. He's got 50 units total throughout, but it's not on one park. And so that's just not for us because we don't want a duplex here, a mobile home here. And then, we like parks. And I just don't know how I would be able to flip that whole thing. Maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit narrow minded on that. But if it'd be very difficult to try and piece it all together and flip that. So I just don't think there's really a play there. Now I'll give him a call back in a couple months and just see how things are coming along. He's 75 years old, so I don't know. One health scare can change his mind on that for sure. So.
Yeah, I like how you did that with the S&P. I gotta remember that. But yesterday I had to call a woman, same thing, her husband heart uh had a heart attack in or heart issues in December. She's like, I'm ready to sell. I need this month. I have a month of craziness with more doctors, but then this is where I need your help. She had a 20 unit park, a 40 unit park, and then she had another park that had same sort of thing. She's like, we have duplexes and triplexes, and then she's like, but there's probably a land play, and I'm like, she's all over the road with this stuff. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's when I get confused. I'm like, all right, I can focus on the 20 and the 40, but then she starts telling me about land plays and stuff. She sounded she sounded sophisticated, or at least attempting to be sophisticated. So I said, all right, I said I'll call you back in a month and a half, and then maybe when that happens, you can shadow the call just so
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, in situations like that where they've got a lot going on, I mean, and they have a lot of, I mean, there's still ways to do it, it's just a little bit more difficult. So it just depends on what exactly her portfolio is. If she wants to sell the entire portfolio, and then we would just have to kind of break it down and what she's looking for each individual thing and see if it's of interest. And, so there's multiple layers there. And that's probably something where, um, yeah, I can definitely hop on and just hear what she has to say. But yeah, we can circle back on that and go from there. Because if it's like, oh, I have one duplex or I have a couple of duplex, like that's different than hey, I have a 10 unit mobile home park with
yeah.
40, and then I have 40 different other in single family homes or this. Like I don't fucking want that shit. But if it's a couple duplexes, then maybe it's we'd want that or whatever. We could figure that out.
Yeah, that seemed more along the line than this guy that just had his whole portfolio scattered about with different entities, single family,
Yeah, it's like yeah,
triplexes.
there's not. I don't know if there's a lot I can do with that. From an
Yeah,
assignment standpoint.
right. It's more of a
Um,
single family portfolio with one mobile home park than a mobile home park.
right, exactly. So this guy. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Move that over. Okay. Let's see. Back.
Service has not been established for the number you are calling at this time. Please enter the area code and phone number of the person you are trying to reach.
Thank you for calling Doctors Medical Center in Phoenix Springs, Florida.
All right. Doctor's office. Oop. It flipped on me. Okay. No, it's see. No, it's- Oh man. Ooh, yuck. Hate that. Yeah, I talked to them.
Leave a message after the tone. Leave a message after the tone.
Let's see here. All right. All right, $50 in. I'm gonna take a mental coffee refill break and take a piss.
You're 50 in. Nice, nice, nice. I'm not there yet, but I'm
Yeah, 50 in. I've connected with 5. Um, not no offers yet, but it's only 11, so I feel good. I got some follow-ups, I got to make today, so get some offers going. And then yeah, dude, then I got to call some people on the dispo side, get some more buyers for us, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So and that's the any connection you get with an owner, that's the X, right? Even if the guy said no, it's just that you got the owner.
Yep, that's yeah. And so thankfully now the new CRM that we use it tracks all of that for us. So it literally tells you the percent of connect, call to connect percent, and then it records every call. So it tells me, but yeah, I mark it down here. The X is when I make contact, and then I draw a circle around that X if they're interested. So
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then if it's an LOI, then I make another note that,
exactly.
LOI, LOI.
Yep.
So
Yep.
awesome.
Absolutely. So, but all right, man. I'll circle back with you here later. Probably within the next hour or so. See how things are going. See if you have any questions, and we either can hop on for another session or just kind of go through what you've got in your pipeline, and we can maybe break that down a little bit, organize it, clean it up, and see what we've got. Because I got to do the same thing today because I've got probably like 5 LOIs I need to send out. Um, I've just been moving this weekend, so it's been like I'm trying to play catch up. So I got to get those all shot out and then sent out, and yeah, go from there, man.
Yeah, let me know, dude. I'm here all day. Definitely want to get that call into Tampa later. But
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Let's
just text
let's
me
plan
and
on calling them. Yeah, let's plan on calling them here probably within the next 45 minutes if you're available.
dude, as long as I'm not on another call with somebody, then I'm here. I'm at the computer all day. So
Sweet.
whenever you get in touch with me, I'll be here. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try to catch the 50 right now so I can go to the bathroom.
That,
That'll be,
right.
that'll
That's
be the
that's the
discipline.
mindset we gotta have. I love it.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome,
yeah.
man. All
All
right,
right,
I'll
man. See you
holler
in a
at you.
bit.